Hey everyone, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope all of you guys can hear me and see me clearly. Can you guys give a quick thumbs up? Give a quick thumbs up, guys. Feel free to utilize the platform. You have chat where you can put your doubts. Also, you can utilize Q&A. Please give a quick thumbs up. Great, great, great. I can see people putting thumbs up over here. Awesome. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Give a quick yes in the chat. Give a quick yes in the chat if you guys are active. We'll start the very exciting session today. Give a quick yes in the chat. Great. Shiresh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for responding over here. Thank you so much. So we will start the session now. So again, I would like to thank every one of you joining from different platform, even on weekends, and I'm sure it's going to be worth it. And you are going to learn a lot. I can see people have started putting their doubts, whatever they have in their mind. Feel free to ask in the chat because if you have spent some time on your weekends, make it worth it, right? We have experts over here. We have people joining in who will be the right person to answer your questions. So, welcome to this exciting masterclass, Unlocking Your AI Potential. So, I'm going to talk about career roadmap to become AI engineer and in 2025 if you want to take this forward. Now, all of you guys are aware right now AI is everywhere, and whether it is in business, research, or daily life, its impact is right now undeniable, right? You can hear in news, you can hear everyday recent advancements in AI, not just transforming industries, but also shaping global economy. So let's take an example of recent news, DeepSeek AI. How many of you have heard about the news DeepSeek AI? Very recent phenomenon. It happened 1 or 2 weeks back itself. The AI model launched by a company in China. So this company, when it got launched, its recent breakthrough have created waves across the AI landscape. So you can see the giants like Google, OpenAI, Nvidia, they saw market fluctuations. And you can understand the importance of AI that US even restricted the sale of Nvidia processors to China, a direct kind of impact to slow down the AI advancements. That's how AI powerful has become. That's how powerful AI has become now. And that's why I want to mention that all of you guys who have joined this session, I'm sure that you have the interest. And that is what I'm going to tell you that why right now is the best time. Right now, it's growing. If you are going to take your first step, how you are going to do that, that's what we are going to talk about in this particular session. The session will go on for almost 1.5 hours. So hang on with us. Feel free to ask your questions in the Q&A, also in the chat. I will be asking you a few things so that we keep our session engaged. You can put it in the chat so that we are having a good conversation. Great. Thank you so much, Manish. Thank you. Now, before we dive in, let's talk about Sayed, one of our alumni. He was in your position just a year ago, eager to break into AI like you guys. Now he has started his career in the field of data science at a top firm, and he will be sharing his journey and will help you design your journey to take it to the next level. So, while AI is evolving at an unprecedented pace, companies are racing to hire skilled professionals who can build, optimize, innovate the models which can take them to the front of the competition. Right? In today's session, we will break down the roadmap to become an AI engineer and also providing you with the knowledge and strategy to thrive in this competitive field. So, I'm Alok, your host, co founder at AlmaBetter and Chief of Data Sciences and Learning, having 8 years of experience in the field of DS and AI, data science and AI. Would like to show you what this field is all about and how to make the best out of it. So let's get started without doing any further delay. Let's go to our next slide. So here, as I mentioned already, the agenda will be, we will start with the opportunity, then the roadmap, the role of Alma Better, and then we will bring Sayed on stage. He will talk about his journey, and at the end we will talk about all the Q&As. We will ensure that all your questions which you have in mind, those are answered during this session. Great. So again, me and Sayed, we will be present in this session as your host and give you all the right information from our end, sharing our experience with all of you guys. Now let's start with the opportunity in the field of AI engineering. So, first of all, I would like to give you guys what AI engineers are. Who are they? what do they do, right? What they are doing currently. So, not limited to this, these are few examples which we have put, but not limited to this. There are a lot of things which they are doing. Just I'll give you few examples and then I'll give you the picture of what is happening in the industry. And I myself, when I was working in American Express, in Blackbuck, in these companies, how things were and how things evolved in last 7, 8, 10 years. Where is it right now? So you might have already heard about self-driving cars. If you talk about 10 years back, it was something as a theoretical thing which can happen on paper, but practically it was impossible. Practically, it used to seem like it will take another 5, 10 years, right? It might take 20 years. But with the recent advancements, you can see now on streets, self-driving cars are running. Maybe not in India as of now. You might have heard few examples, few scenarios where in on streets in India as well self-driving cars are running, but on a commercial level where common people like us, they are also using it, that you can see in this world already it exists. How it was built? So core people who worked on this, those are AI engineers. Same goes with the next one, power AI assistants and chatbots. You have already used now OpenAI, Gemini. These are the chat GPT or the GPT models, Gen AI models, which is being right now. These all chat GPT and all the platform application which you are using, all of these are developed by AI engineers at the end of it. Of course, there will be a huge team. OpenAI has almost 3,500 employees working to give you that application at the end where you can write any query and it gives you the meaningful answers which you can utilize for your own use cases. But to make it available, there are thousands and thousands of people who are working to make it better and better every day. Next, we have preventing financial frauds. So when I was working at American Express, there I used to work on the fraud detection models, right? If your card is being stolen by somebody, and if that person is doing transaction at some place, automatically our machine learning algorithm will detect that this is an unusual behavior. It does not align with the person's spend. Let's say you have spent on something in past 6 months, 1 year. Looking at that particular data, the new person who is going to transact, it will try to find whether it is a fraud or not. Same goes with revolutionize AI, revolutionize healthcare. So now you will see Google DeepMind. They have this a separate project itself where they are working on how to make your diagnosis more AI driven. Sometimes, of course, doctors are going to be there. They will give you all the prescriptions and everything, but who will help them, right? There are experienced doctors, there are doctors who are new to this field. So you would like to help new doctors in terms of what is the diagnosis churning. One doctor can look at some certain number of documents, but AI has no limit. It can look at lot of research papers, lot of documents, lot of past history of that same person to give a right recommendation at the end. And not just limited to these four use cases which I have talked about, because these are just a few handful of them which I have presented in the slide. So AI engineers at the core of it, they are working on creating the AI models. So AI models, artificial intelligence models, that is nothing but a some deep learning or machine learning algorithm which goes in the backend, which you will learn when you start your journey. But as of now, just listen to this. It's kind of like an application which try to take your past data to give you a probability of happening something in the future. It tries to look at the pattern. It tries to understand what's your pattern is. Try to understand, okay, car in front of car, if there is someone, whether I should stop or whether I should not stop. Someone, it might be a simple leaf or it's simple obstacle or it's a big obstacle. It will decide based on the past data, based on the past experience. That's what that application does. That's what that model does, right? And that model is being created by AI engineers. Now, these all things are right now being applied in all the companies in every industry. Name any industry over here, you will see, and we have partners over now 1,200 companies, and we can see they are actively investing in the data science field. They are actively hiring people from data science field. Why? Because they have understood the potential of it. They want to make a data driven decisions. They want to ensure that they have machine learning models to help you understand where they should invest in marketing, whether they should put ad on platform A like Instagram, or on Google, where it is working the best. That's like one simple example. What type of campaign should run? Then it goes on the other side. Let's say company like us in edtech, we try to understand your behavior. We try to understand your weaknesses. We try to see that in which type of companies your profile will be more suitable to. So those kind of things, now it is possible. Company has shaped itself into a scenario where AI is something where they have to use it. If you don't use it, you will lag behind. That is very clear in every company's mind right now. So that is why you will see that in the whole industry, there are a lot of IT jobs specifically towards the intelligence based automation has come up. Right now, lot of companies, they have started hiring for people who knows, okay, I can analyze looking at the past data. Here it's not just a simple condition, rather you look at the past data, past events, what happened last year, what happened in past 3 years, to give the best result at the end, to give the best suggestion at the end. So that is why this new era, it is kind of coined by very experts in this field, that earlier it was just automation, lot of developers and all those roles were coming, but now it's the time for automation with intelligence. Now it's the time for automation with intelligence, where intelligence is something backed by machine learning, backed by data science concepts. You can see over here, there is a growth now of 37%, in fact, growth in AI related jobs. You can go and search on Google simple data science job for freshers in India, data analyst jobs for fresher in India, and you can see almost all the companies, they are looking to hire more and more people, right? This whole phenomenon, it has increased the IT jobs, AI development, data science, cybersecurity, prompt engineering. All these are something which has come very new to this whole domain. If I talk, if when I'm saying new, I'm talking about past 5 6 years. In fact, if I go to my time, if when I started, at that time the advancements was not so frequent. At that time, if there was any model coming in, it used to take 2 3 months. But now it has become so rapidly changing. You will see every month something or the other coming, and companies, they also recognize and they want people with right skills, right expertise to join and then give them benefit to get ahead of their competitions. Of course, coming this AI and all these things, repeated roles will kind of go away. You will have administrative functions or few of the support and etc etc. Those things will start getting automated to a certain extent. We, and in fact, in this whole world, nobody can say for sure that what is going to be the exact impact on jobs etc for other fields. But at least this is for sure, that AI is going to be as a power backed person who can do all your power backed application, I would say. You can do your repeated rules, whatever things you were doing repeatedly by yourself, AI will kind of take care of it, right? That those repeated repetition wala role will go away at the end of it. That's something which the gurus in this market, they are saying, that you have to focus more on research side. You have to focus more on the adding the value, not just doing something what you have been told to do or doing something repetitive. That is something which will be kind of taken care by AI in the future. And at the end of it, reskilling is something which has become really critical. If myself working in this field, helping you guys to understand this field, if today I will be out of sync, I won't be able to help you out, because it has become so rapidly changing. I have to reskill myself, I have to upskill myself to be there in this whole field, right? Like I mentioned to you, DeepSeek. If DeepSeek has come in the market, I have to know it. And when you will be in that position, when you will start your journey, then you also have to get very much ahead with all the related advancements coming in, right? So this is the time where things are growing. This is the time where everybody is catching up with this whole field. If you are interested, because I'm sure if you have joined this session, you have some idea in your mind that whether I should be taking this or not. So answer here is that right now it's the time where you can take your first step to make your mark and get ahead of everybody else who might think after 3 4 years, when they feel that their roles are getting eliminated, or repeated tasks are not there, you have to upskill yourself as soon as possible. That's how this whole industry is moving towards to. Next, if I talk about your career journey, right? Because when I talk about AI engineer, everybody start thinking about, okay, let's say in next 6 months, will I become AI engineer, or will I become something like data scientist and all? What is going to be your direction? How you will progress forward in this whole journey? What is going to be your starting point? And when you will reach to a certain extent where you are creating or working on models which are very complex, like OpenAI chatbots, or when you are working with self-driving cars, which are very technical and very complex in nature, right? So if I talk about your starting point, and I'm sure most of you here, you might be working somewhere, but you might be working in non-IT related jobs, or you are fresher right now looking forward to start your career. So at the end of it, one thing is very sure, that when you start your journey as a fresher, you will get into the role of analyst, right? You will start your journey with analyst. Always it starts with analyst, then it goes to data scientist after 2 to 3 years. Then you slowly, based on your interest, you get into ML engineering, where you start. I'll talk about that in just a minute. I'll give you all the understanding of skills and all the things required around it. But next part is you become ML engineer after, let's say, 6 7 years of experience, 5 6 years of experience. Then as you go ahead, AI engineer is something which you will become. So it takes an experience of 5 to 6 7 years to finally be comfortable with AI engineering, leading the team, working on large scale system designs. When I'm saying large scale system designs, it means working on complex problems, like as I mentioned already in our problem statements. And then at the end, you have chief executives after 10 to 15 years, which you are going to take up. So always starts with entry level, analyst, scientist, then mid levels. Here, what you will be doing. So if I talk about entry level, in this case, you will use the data to give the insights. Okay, if it is asked to you that this year, let's say in the year of 2024, the financial year of 2024, which will end in March 25, in this financial year, let's say the revenue of any company went down by 10%. The company you are working in, that revenue went down by 10%. Now, as an analyst, you will start looking at, okay, what happened this year compared to the last year? What went wrong? Where things were not going right? So in this case, when you are getting into this field, you are going to utilize the past data to give some insights, to draw some insights, give some actionable insights over there, right? Next, as you go forward, right now I have used my past data to give the insights, tell that why 10% I see my revenue has went down, has gone down. That's something which you are going to say as an analyst. But when you go towards the scientist, data scientist, then in that case, you will talk about the prediction of future. Okay, this year I saw the revenue went down by 10%. What's going to happen in the next year? Right? If I see that today these many customers are going to come to my platform, tomorrow how many customers are going to come? That's the prediction. That's where your ML, machine learning, and etc. will come in picture, where you say that next, what is going to happen in the future. And on top of it, there is a very interesting thing which you will start working on with experience, and that is deployment, the ML ops. That's what machine learning engineers they do. So I myself, I have worked as machine learning engineer, so I can tell you with confidence that when you start your journey, I never got the opportunity to work as a ML engineer, to deploy something on cloud, make your model available for lots and lots of users. It took me 3 to 4 years of time to reach that level. Giving an example, what do I mean by deployment? Let's say when you go to Amazon, there is some recommendation engine running in the backend. That recommendation engine is right now live for all the users in the world who is going to land on the platform, on the application, right? So somebody first, they will develop, they will first write the code, devise the logic, then after that they will test it out, and then they will put it on cloud so that everybody else can kind of use it for their own use cases. That's called as deployment. So that will come your mid-level pay, and there it goes from 10, 25, depending upon your skill. You are going to reach to a very good level where you have the command over the technical side, machine learning side, analyst also. You have worked as analyst as well. Then after that, working as ML engineer, you go towards the AI engineer, right? Now, what do I, when I say ML engineer versus AI engineers, what's the difference over here? So when I'm working as, let's say, ML engineer, I mostly work on de- kind of developing or creating the models, machine learning models, deploying it. But when I'm going to work as AI engineer, there will be a component of research as well. You will start doing research on deep learning models. When I talk about deep learning models, you're not just interacting with numbers as a data. You will interact more with text. You will interact more with images. How do I integrate some model which takes the consideration of image and then gives you some output, right? That's what AI engineers do. They go one step ahead of ML engineer in terms of research component that will come in picture. That understanding the research itself, that takes time, right? So in our curriculum, of course, we have added few research papers so that you get the habit of learning and getting the understanding of research paper. That is super super important. When you start from the beginning, you have something to kind of go through. Easy research papers, when you go, when you learn it, you when you go through it, you will start seeing the value of those research papers. And with time, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8 years of experience, you will start seeing that, okay, AI engineers, if I have to implement some AI model, I can first search, I can go through some research paper, and then from that research paper, how do I bring the practicality here in the real world? That's what you do over the time, right? Next. So, what's the roadmap? All these things we have seen. We have seen where do I start, in the middle, what will happen. Then, as we go forward, we go to executive roles. But what's the actionable roadmap right now? How you should be kind of going forward? What you should be taking into consideration when you are starting it off, right? So, for any role, so to say, but specifically if I talk about data science domain, the first thing always you have to understand what companies want, right? So, let's say for us, when we started 3, 4 years back to give you this as a feature of, or as a company, when we started this as an institute, we had this problem of we want to solve for first job in tech domain. So, what we looked at first, what companies want. We were working in our company, we were doing interviews, and then we realized this is what is required in the company, and this is what you should be kind of prepared for, right? Not just for the interview, but also when you join, what type of projects you are going to encounter, right? So understand and research about job trends. So first thing would be, as a data analyst, as I mentioned, your first aim should be that I will start this journey with data analyst. So for data analyst, what all things are there which are asked by companies, what all things are required by the companies? Now, after you have done this, you build foundational skills that matter. Now, what all skills are there? I'll come to that in just some time. I'll give you more elaborated understanding of what all things and how you should be approaching this whole data science field. Now, building the foundational skills that matter. So learn the tools, skills, and technologies. So here, Python. So Python has become the go-to language for most of the data scientist or ML engineer, AI engineer. Python is the go-to language. Even if you are from non-IT field or from whichever field you are coming in this field, you have to be at least first level basic understanding, say you will start, but at the end, with years of experience, you have to be good with Python. And when I'm saying Python, there are certain things comes in, there are certain things which you have to learn, like pandas. You have to learn visualization. How do we do visualization? How do we kind of uh, connect Python with SQL? I'll come to SQL as well. So there are certain things. How do you do the analysis? So all those things you have to be comfortable, and we do that using the language which we have as Python. So in our course, mostly we generally start with very basic, because we consider that whether you are from IT or non-IT, we will start it from zero. The first day would be like, how do you run the hello world, which is the very simple code. And then after that, how do you build complex logics? How do you use, let's say, Excel data? How do you connect with cloud, etc., etc.? All those things with time you are going to learn. So that's what we generally approach, that you are going to have a good understanding of Python, then you should have an understanding of SQL. SQL is a structured query language. So again, if I talk about the importance of SQL, data science as a field, it is nothing if you cannot get the data, right? Data in the field itself, whether you are ML engineer, AI engineer, whatever field you're working in, you are in the domain of data science. Data science domain is a bigger umbrella. Under that, you have analyst, scientist, you have ML engineer, you have AI engineer. All of those guys are under the domain of data science. You will be part of data science team in any company, right? So when you're working as a data scientist, when you're working in data science domain, it's important to have the data which you will utilize to gain the insights or build some machine learning models, etc., etc. To get the data, we use SQL language, structured query language. We call it as SQL. So your data will be available on cloud like AWS, Azure. So I'm sure that most of you who joined this session, you might not be aware about these terms. Over the time, you will be comfortable. These are the cloud platforms where the company's data is available, right? Company data cannot be available in laptop like your and mine. It will be available somewhere, and you have to connect your system with the cloud platform. Cloud platform is a physical setup somewhere as a data center provided by Google, provided by Microsoft, provided by Amazon. They have big data centers. There, all the data is present. Companies like, let's say, AlmaBetter, we rent some space where we can store our data. That's where the data is present. Now, how do you get the data? How do you get the data from how do you get the data from the cloud to your system? That's where your language like SQL comes in picture, right? Exactly right, Manish. Rightly put. Amazon Web Service. That's what your cloud platform is, provided by Amazon. Like you have GCP provided by Google. You have Azure provided by Microsoft. So companies, they use one or two cloud platform just to mitigate any risk. But like companies like us, we are using cloud platform AWS, right? Also for some use cases, we are using Azure as well, given by Microsoft. So what we have done, we have rented some space, and there our data is present. And when I say data, all activities you are doing right now itself, you are putting something in chat, you are interacting with the session, you are doing some activities on our platform, on website, all of those things are stored somewhere, right? That, okay, whenever you come back, we will show you, we will give you the best journey. That's how it works. Your data will be stored there. Once you have built this, then you should have some credentials. You should have credentials from the reputed institutes. Look, now when we say 1200 companies, they are partnered with us. They recognize AlmaBetter as a training institute, and they provide a structured learning. And for them also, it's something where they are comfortable about, because when they make if they have any opening, if they have any opportunity, if they make it live on any other platform, 500,000 people are applying. So it's very difficult for companies as well to get the right candidate. Then it takes them 1 to 2 months to filter out all the right candidates, then do the interview, do all the back and forth of communication, and then after that also they are not very confident that whether they are going to join or not. That's why these companies, they have started partnering companies like us, institutes like us, where we our focus is not just to give a structured training, but also putting a trust on these companies that we will give you the good candidates, best candidates, trained candidates who can work in your system. So that's why I'm saying that credentials that stand out, that is something which will come, like certification from IIT, certification from global institutes, to showcase your expertise, that will put star mark in your resume. And at the end, you keep your resume shared with all these companies, you keep on applying, and then at the end you will have interviews, you will have personalized career guidance, etc., etc., which gives you the result towards the end. All of these, when I'm saying, it is required for you to start your journey. When you have started your journey, then you kind of get to know, okay, this is how I should be, this is how I should take the next step, this is how I should, let's say, move from data analyst to data scientist or ML engineer, etc., etc. But the initial step, it's something where you have to be very cautious about the structured learning. That is very important. Now, here you can go through our website, see what all topics are there, learn it by yourself, whatever it is at the end of it. But the structured learning as a fresher is very important, because if you start Python, you might spend 1 year working on Python, and then also you will say that I am not very confident about it, because even after 7 8 years of experience in Python, I cannot say that I know 100% of it, right? There's a limit to each and everything, how much you should learn at each and every step, right? That structured learning is very important. Getting the view of the practical application versus the content versus the theoretical understanding, the academic understanding, those bridges are very very important when you are starting it off, right? Tell me the uses of Python and SQL in data science. Okay. So, Manish, before I go forward, good question which you have asked. So, the use case of Python and SQL. So, as I mentioned, let's start with SQL first. SQL is a language which helps you query the data, get the data from the cloud to your system, which you will use to analyze. SQL, again, I'll repeat. So, SQL is a language which helps you take the data from the cloud platform to your system to further analyze. That's the first step, right? That's the first step. You use SQL language because you have relational databases, and as a fresher, or in fact, even after 3 to 4 years of experience in the field of data science, most of the people, they interact with relational databases, structured data, because to make the data structure, that's the work of data engineers. And then you have web developers. So there is a whole ecosystem of people who work on finally getting the data in a structured way, where data analysts, data scientists, ML engineers, they come in picture. Okay, so we will interact with those structured tables and get the data from there using the SQL. Next is, once we have got the data, after that we need to do some analysis. We need to do the analysis to get the insights. That's where your Python comes in picture. So in Python, you have very good libraries like Pandas, NumPy. You have libraries like uh, Matplotlib, Cboard, etc., etc. Lot of libraries which helps you do the analysis over there. Now, this is not where it ends. Python is very helpful when you move to machine learning and deep learning as well. So you have got the data from SQL, but let's say you have to build a deep learning algorithm, very complex one. Let's say it is LSTM or something very difficult kind of to implement. Which language you will be using? You will be using Python for that. Of course, there will be a package, there will be a library like PyTorch or something around that, which you will use to finally train your model and make it available for the user. So that's what the use of Python. SQL to get the data, and Python to further use that data for your use cases, analysis, machine learning, modeling, etc. etc. That's how it works, Manish. Okay. I hope everybody has understood this. Give a quick thumbs up. We will move to the next part now. Great. Awesome. So now I'll quickly, briefly tell you about the role of AlmaBetter, because we have worked in this field. We see that how your structured learning should be. So I'll give you example from our website, that how does it work. Let's say if you're from non-IT field or IT field, whatever it is, we starting from the basic, what all things you should cover and in which sequence you should cover. That is something which you will get from our website. So you can go explore. That is something on you. You can just, let me just show it here. So this is our website. I'll put, you will get the link. You can just search AlmaBetter. I'm showing you for Masters in Computer Science, Data Science and AI, because this is where we cover end to end of your journey. So it starts with a basic Python, SQL, etc., as I mentioned. And then at the end, you get the training of deep learning, MLOps, deployment, all of those things combined, which will make you ready for AI engineering in 3 to 4 5 years, right? So that understanding you will get in this particular program. So that's something which you can explore. But let me give you the structured learning from here, which we have devised, right? So you can see overall our curriculum is divided into foundation track, specialization, and industry immersion. I'll come to all those things. Foundation track is something which goes on for 6 months. And that's how you should also plan it out. All these topics and everything is given. If you want to explore it by yourself, that is something on you. Just understand that how your structured learning should look like. The first thing which you should be starting is the Python. You should understand the Python, because even if you are from IT or non-IT, you should have a first brush up of your coding skills. You should know how to understand your coding capabilities, how to develop your coding capabilities. So first, your first 1 month should go in learning the Python. So introduction to Python programming, what are data types in Python programming, etc. Loops and iteration, advanced looping, basics of OOPS concept. Again, OOPS concept, which is class object oriented programming, functions. These are concepts like custom functions, OOPS concept. This makes you a better coder. This makes you a coder who will write code in very modular way. So those all things you understand in your first month. Next month you will focus on the data wrangling. So when I say data wrangling, you will get data. Let's say data will be available in different formats. Let's say data is available in your CSV or Excel file. I'm sure even if you have you are fresher, you have experience, you don't have any experience of industry, but in colleges also we generally used to use Excel or Google Sheets. These all applications we use to store the data in rows and columns matrix format, right? You might be aware about these things. Now, how do you take those data and use Python to do the analysis? Now, it's not just limited to excellence CSV. I told you the data will be present in the cloud as well, in the different platforms as well. So how do you get the data from there? How do you get the data? How do you clean the data? Now, data cleaning is a very big topic in itself. How do you ensure that there are no missing values, outliers, etc., etc.? Don't get into all these terminologies. How do you interact with APIs? How do you create interactive visuals, streamlit dashboard with dynamic interactions? All these things are there, which you learn in the next month. Now, once you have done first two, you know the basic analysis of any data set using the Python, right? Using Python and libraries around it. Then you have relational databases. Relational databases is nothing but SQL. So here you have certain concepts of SQL. How do you join multiple tables? How do you apply functions, etc., etc.? All three combined, you are more or less now ready as the first step. When I talk about the first step, that is exploratory data analysis. That's where you are going to be comfortable with. You will you have the capability now to explore the data, get insights from the data once you have gotten it. Next, when you are going to come back, you will start with data visualization tools. It's very important. Your end journey is going, you will become AI engineer, but you should know some BI tools, business intelligence tools like Power BI, Tableau. One of them, we cover both, but you should know at least one of them to the very core of it, because you have to have the understanding of these tools. And not just this, you should be good with Excel, you should know how to do storytelling, etc., etc. So this is something where you present your data. So if manager or some senior person, if they want to look at your insights, they will not go through your code. If any business person wants to understand the insight, they don't look at your code and you will run the code in front of it, they will not understand. At the end, you have to give them some dashboard as an analyst, so that they can interact, they can understand, they can gain insights from there, they can gain something out of it. Then you have advanced applied business analytics. Now here you should know hypothesis testing, experiment design, because as an analyst we do a lot of experiments. We do design campaigns, we do certain things where we experiment with simple A/B testing, whether this will be better compared to this. All these things, how do we do it, right? How do we understand different probability theory, summary, and statistics? These are some things which you should know as a fresher. And towards the end, you should know a basic fundamental understanding of machine learning and things around it. How do you deploy to a basic level? That's what goes in your foundation track. So this will go on for 6 to 8 months. It depends upon your own pace. But when you kind of spend 6 to 8 months, you will see that you have got the first level readiness up to join the company. They will also recognize, okay, you have understood the concept, you have got the right skills to start your career to start your career. Then you have the specialization. Then you get deeper into things. Let's say you get into distributed machine learning, big data. Now, I have talked about relational databases. Your relational databases can be a simple, not too much of data over there. And then in industry, in companies, you can have a big data where you won't be using SQL directly, but you have to now use Hadoop or Hive, or you have to use Spark. All those things you have to learn. Then productionization, I told you about MLOps, how you make your ML model available for users on scale, right? What do you understand by REST API? What do you understand by different Docker, Kubernetes? Just listen to these words, no need to worry about right now, because the first thing you should be worried about it, foundation track. Then you get into the level of 3 to 5 years of experience understanding which you'll be getting. And then you have deep learning. So it's like a mimicking your neural how your our mind works. That's what your neural networks are. And at the end, we are able to perceive images, videos, language, text, like that. You can write your code, you can use few models which will give you the understanding what is there in the image, whether some objects are there in the image or not. Like that, there are a lot of things, not just to image. It can be your video. And you now, all of you guys are very much interacting with chat gpt, Gemini. So all these are like deep learning for NLP, natural language processing, where you put something as a text and the output is in text, or it can be in some other format as well. But at the end, it understands the text. It understands what are you asking and what you expect, what is your expectation for the output. Then at the end, you have advanced machine learning, things which are important. Let's say time series. Let's say if you have data which is time series, how do you predict the next month what will happen? Market basket, etc., etc., recommendation system. Those all things you will cover. And then in our masters, in general, at the end, we have a research paper which you have to write, and kind of that research paper will be evaluated. You complete your journey. But at the end point here is you understand the concepts which you have to go through, right? It's not when company is going to pay a certain amount, even if they have to pay 4 5 6 lakhs, they will expect the right skills from you. That is the most important thing, that you have to build your skill no matter what your background is. That is something which we have seen for multiple different students from our end. So students, if they have the right skills, they get placed, they get the opportunity. That's how it works. So you have to hone your skill. That should be your goal. Like they just asked, right, that what should I do if I am from IT, BA, etc., etc.? What should I do to kind of get to the next level? So the answer here is start immediately, whenever you want, however you want, from whichever university you want. That's all good. But at the end of it, you have to have a structured learning. You have to take up each and every topic from here and get the fundamental understanding right. Right. So that's how you should be approaching this. When you have the right skills, companies, they are not too much worried about other things than your skills, right? And on top, if you have the right credentials, then your resume will stand out. That's how it works. But the first thing, the first priority is always skill. Now, coming back to our discussion, I hope you guys have understood this. Give a quick thumbs up, guys, if you have understood all the different things which you have to cover. It's all about EDA, Python, SQL, using pandas. Then you have BI dashboarding, Power BI, Tableau, then machine learning, then big data analytics and MLOps, where you have Hadoop, Spark, and then how do you deploy it. And lastly, you have deep learning and research paper, which you have to cover. If you cover all these skill wise, you are ready to become an AI engineer at the end. Now, for us as a master's program, which we have kind of worked on for past 2 years, collaborating with universities like Wolf, they have collaborated with us in India, one of the premier institute who kind of provide the European Union certified degree, which will be available, or which will be kind of you will be eligible to do job in 60 plus countries. We have designed this in a such a manner that we have here learning and placement. So AlmaBetter, we are known for placement. As I mentioned, that our job is to give you first job in tech domain. That's what the problem statement we are solving. It's not that easy. So first job in itself is a very big problem out in whole world. We are trying to solve that to a certain extent. We are going to make stride. We are going to make it better and better. So there we have learning and placement, two different sides. In learning, we have live classes, doubt support, practice, competition, etc., etc. Then in our placement, we have opportunities, mock interviews, companies, communication sessions. In India, communication is very communication is something, I'm sure nobody is so confident, right? How to tell a story, how to talk about your insights. That is something which you have to again work on. Apart from the technical skills, soft skill is also very important, because at the end, as a data science in data science domain as an analyst, it's not just about you have gotten some insights, and if you're not able to explain it to people, that is of no use. So you should know how to communicate your insights, you should know how to collaborate with team. So that is also something that is super super important. Now for us as a journey, if I talk about, so here it starts with enrollment, then you have foundation track. Foundation track is something for freshers. When I say foundation track is something as a fresher, when you are starting it off, then in that case you have kind of gotten the understanding as a fresher, you have the right skills to hone it further, which we do it in AlmaX. So you completed the foundation track, then you can join the AlmaX, which is our 1 to 2 months of mock interviews, resume building, polishing your skills. You have got certain skills, but we need to further polish your skills to a level where you are presentable in front of interviewer. So that's what it goes. Now for master's degree, they can continue with specialization track in parallel, and their resume starts getting shared, right? Then the resume starts getting shared. So overall it's a 12 months degree program, but after 4 5 6 months your placement process starts, and then in 12 months, once you get the degree, then at the end you are already working in companies, and you will get good journey after that in a career. That's how it works overall in our master's journey. So that is something which I wanted to tell you. Now, as AlmaBetter, we are focused on placements. So this master's degree is always attached with the placements, where the placement and everything, the opportunity, all of those will kind of be attached with the program itself, right? Talk some on full stack developer. Full stack development, see, the session here is for AI engineering. Full stack development, there is a master class, but again, you can go through the website. Full stack developer is again where you work on creating the web applications, right? You have certain stacks, you have to learn JavaScript. For that you have to learn maybe MERN stack, which is MongoDB, then Express.js, React.js, Node.js. So that's a different career path altogether. Later it might merge, right? When you want to get to a level where ML engineering with software development understanding, that's fine. But the initial starting point, you have to choose whether I should be taking the journey of data science or I should be taking the journey of developer, because you cannot do both and then expect the result. Both of these, it has a timeline of 6 to 8 10 months where you will start feeling confidence. That's how it works, guys. All right. So next, that is all from my end, right? That is what I wanted to give you guys. I hope you guys have got an understanding about this whole journey, the career roadmap which you should be taking. You have the access which I have showed to you. You can go to our website. There you will get all the topics, because we have kept it very open from our end, that if you want to pursue this career, these are the topics which you should be covering, right? These are the topic which you should be covering over here, so you can go through this, so that you are also aware about these are the must have skills. These are the must have skills. Every month, lot of interviews, lot of information which we get from companies, which we get from students. That is what we have taken in the crux of those, that what are the important things which you should be putting it over here. Can you explain? So we will do the Q&A. We will do the Q&A in just a bit. Please keep on putting your questions in the chat. Right now it's time for Sayed to come on stage, and Sayed will help us with his journey. So he is AlmaBetter alumni, right? And he has got job in company Target. So Target is leading company in e-commerce. You guys can go and search about it. He has done his all fair bit of challenges he has faced. He will talk about that. So without further ado, let me bring him on stage and then hear him out, and then ask any question. He will also take up your question. At the end, we both will be answering your question to give you a direction at the end. Hey Sayed.
Hi,
Hello,
how are
hello.
you?
Welcome to the session. Students are eager to hear from you,
Sure.
and thank you so much for taking out of your time on
Thank
weekend.
you. Thank you for having me here. So, am I audible? Like in the chat, if I can see some thumbs up, it would be really helpful.
You are audible to me,
Yes.
Sayed. All of you
Okay.
guys, give a quick welcome to Sayed, and mention if he's a, okay. So people are able to hear
Okay, sure.
you
Yeah.
clearly. Okay. So
Okay,
I'll
sure.
take myself out of this stage. Please take on with your own journey and help student. So the purpose of this session is to help student with their own roadmap, the career trajectories, and whatever doubts they have, we should be clearing. Okay.
Sure.
So I'll take myself
Thank
out
you.
of. Over to you, Sayed.
Thank you. So, hello everyone. I'm Sayyid Aziz. You can call me Sayyid or Aziz both. So, I am alumni of AlmaBetter. So, previously, I got placed at Target, and I have been like last year, like 14 months back, I was placed, and with the help of AlmaBetter, I got placed at a very well-known company. Maybe not very well-known in India, but abroad in US, it is a top competitor with Amazon and Walmart like that. So here I'm working as a product operations analyst, as Alok was mentioning the journey trajectory. So that is how my pace is going around. I started as data analyst now, and now soon I'll be switching in the same company as a data science team member. Maybe like I'm preparing for that. However, so let's start with what helped me the most in AlmaBetter. The one thing, as you had seen on the slide, the structured learning, that was something which helped me very clear. And what inspired me the most to enroll in the AlmaBetter program is getting like paying once you are getting placed. Oh, I I got placed, and then only I paid for the course, entire course, the amount. So that is one thing that inspired. And while I was learning, there was one thing wherein it was like I usually come from a non-coding background. Okay. Exactly, like no background in coding. I started to code once I enrolled into AlmaBetter, and then it happened to be mm, I started to get stuck in midway. So there we had live sessions, live support sessions, and there I used to always visit there, and the coaches and the mentors, they always were on the tip of toes to help me out whenever I used to get stuck. So that actually helped me a lot. So this is how the journey looked like. uh, I have more than 10 years of experience as data engineer in India and abroad in banking industry. I wanted to ask, if I want to start my career as data scientist, where do I exactly fit in? So, 10 years of experience as a data engineer. And let's take that Q&A question slightly later. So initially, what happened is, when I started to learn, there were some hurdles, and I got a lot of help from the live sessions. And SQL and Python are the core, as Alok was mentioning. Those are core things that you should be aware of, such as uh, cleaning the data, analyzing the data, data wrangling. That are core bits where we usually don't understand or get stuck at a very point. And there, it's all your analytical skills that help you out, and a minor push that always the life support system gives you will be helping you to grow the grow your knowledge. And there are some sessions, like once I got the interview, I was like, there were some hurdles, like how to face it. That is usually a challenge. How to answer any specific question, how to uh, explain what you are doing, and how to articulate things. So that those things were really well taught by Alma Better. So uh, that I have that experience helped me a lot. I usually it happened to me like sometimes it happens. I used to get stuck in any interview or lag in some knowledge. So, as a part of learning, I used to come back to the mentors, to the data science Alma Better team, and then I used to ask and discuss the questions: what went wrong, what went good, and there I used to understand and realize my uh, re- weak points and worked upon it. And as a learning, I used to grow. That kind of thing which supported me a lot. And there were times where I used to get failed in interview, like, so that point of time is really hard for anyone. So what happened is I used to go disappointed discussing the same thing with the Alma Beta team members and all. And at that particular point, they used to boost my morale, and it helped. It actually helped. Maybe at points I was not realizing. I was thinking it is just buttering or sugar coating me, but it was a good experience, and I learned from my mistakes. That helped. And there is Chandan Kumar who is asking, which course do you do in Alma Better? I had rolled for data science, so that I guess hope answers your question. My family background is not good. I need job less time. Which course do you need to suggest to get job in 6 months? I am from non-IT background. Tejas, to be very frank, it's like uh, it's not a Maggie. You have to put efforts. If at all you are putting efforts strongly and understanding the core concepts and getting ready for the interview and everything, you show up your skills, they will get you some job very easily. But it's not a Maggie. It takes time. You learn the things simply without even understanding some basics of data analytics, SQL, Python. If at all we jump into the sea, we will get drawn. So take your time, understand the basics, understand how, like the structured way of Alma Better is, go through that step by step. Now, what happens is usually on a self-learning pace, if at all I want to start, I will not get the gist like which topic is important and which is not. So, if you follow the same step-by-step structure, like lesson one, lesson two, lesson three, in the same sequence, if you go on proceeding, you will understand it very quickly. So that is one thing. You put your efforts, learn it fast, and be hold it strong the concept, then I guess it will be helping you. You told that you are from non-coding background. I am from a mechanical engineering background. It will be motivation if you can tell us a bit about your early career life. uh, I was a web developer, but it was I was basically into web development, that is again drag and drop. Now, if at all you are aware of Elementor or WordPress, that web development is just drag and drop of element. It is something like using Adobe Photoshop. You just bring the elements and place it on the places. So there is no coding background for it. I am basically from IT, but I had never written even a Hello World program while when I started to work. And from there, I switched to project management. So there again, it was no coding. Uh, so after working so much, like with a no gap, I had lost the entire coding skills. I was not even able to import the headers. So it is, I am from IT background, but I had not coded at all. So that is the reason I still quote myself as a non-IT guy. And you're non for since you are from mechanical engineer background, I can tell you one thing out of my experience. There are people in my team. One is from 𝐦𝐬𝐬 psychology. One more friend of mine is from civil engineering. One more friend of mine is from BCom. These are three live examples. Those people are into data analytics. They are writing SQL queries. They are writing Python. They are using PySpark to conduct analysis, do visualizations using coding itself. So one thing I can tell you is it's all the skills that matters. Once you are good at your skills, then everything is cakewalk. How much time required to get ready job according to you? If I do hard work in full stack developer, full stack developer, as in like web, I guess. But I had enrolled into data science program, and it took me like 6 months to complete the program. There it was basically mm, is the chat getting loaded late? Okay, it's fine. So 6 months I completed my course. Actually, February, March, April, May, June. 5 months I completed. I used to sit concentrating on the video lectures and learn. So every day, every night, I used to spend approximately like 3 hours, not more than that, and with a full concentration. It's not like if at all you are sitting and studying for 8 hours a day and you are not able to cope up, then it happens. If you sit for 3 hours a day and with a full concentration, you will nail it. It's more about the concentration you give in understanding the concepts rather than just spending time over the screen. How much time required? Okay. So after 5 months, I completed the course. I enrolled into AlmaBetter, and there it was 2.5 months. I was ready for the job, and I started to take up interviews, and then got placed in the month of November. So July, August, September, October, November mid, I was placed. So from February till November. So that's 10 months for me. I got placed. What is the highest packet which in web tech by Dragon Talk? Oh, that I'm not sure of. In web development, that is in WordPress, if at all I was doing, it was very less. It is ultimately very less, and that doesn't have any specific growth until and unless you code. So that's the answer for Manish. And there are some questions. Hi, hello.
Hey, Sayed. Very nicely put. Actually, I was listening to you and I can visualize your journey, right? You started from Feb and got placed.
Hmm,
I can definitely relate to it because I have, like, you know it, right? Right from the start
hmm,
itself, so many students we have interacted with. We can
hmm.
see there are challenges that will come, right? And as you
Right.
mentioned, it's not never going to be like a Maggie that within 2 months
Hmm,
you will be ready for the placement. You need to have a tech skills, you need to have a soft skills as well. That polishing is required, but at the end of it, one very nice thing which you have mentioned, very important, I would say, the concentration and the consistency, I would say, right? So
yeah.
every day you have to kind of grind yourself. If you are doing that, if you are recognizing, okay, this is where I have the weakness, I have to work on Python or I have to work on SQL or certain other concepts, then at the end it happens, right? That is for sure, right? That is for sure, because it's all about getting through that journey, and at each and every point you have to be confident about, "Okay, I can do it," right? Because that is what I want to give everyone over here, that if you have that motivation, that every day you are going to sit for next 6 to 8 months. Think about that, you have spent 3 4 years in your college, versus here if you spend, let's say, 6 to 8 months, 10 months, you will be ready for a job which will be kind of, I would say, handsome payment, hands-on pay, and then on top of it you have a growth in your career. All those things will fall in place, but you have to give that 10 months with whole heart and soul, right?
Right.
Correct.
Exactly.
So, and I can see mostly you have taken all the questions. So I was waiting for the Q&A, but you have already taken all the question in a very rightly manner, and you have mentioned it in a very, structured manner for all the students. Here I can see Tejas has put, Manish has put. Let me take if we have any question left. So Abhishek has asked, sir, hope you are doing well. Can you explain the job roles as an AI engineer and what will be the end-to-end project will look like? So not getting into AI engineer bit right now, because that might get lot complex if we get into the each and every bit of how modeling and all of those works. But Sayed, if you can give us to the best of from your end, what you can share, like what you are working and what type of work it is there in Target, it will be very interesting for all the students over here to kind of listen to it.
Uh, that would take long time, but long story short, I will try to ensure you. So, how my day looks like, I'll just try to explain you around that. So, there comes the initial requirement from the product manager. We are into product-based company, so we have our own products. So, a product manager comes in and asks like how the data looks like for any specific scenario. So that thing we start understanding what is the actual requirement, and we know like data is scattered in very different tables. So we just connect them using simple joins. It's all the basic things what I learned from AlmaBetter, I use it. So basic simple joins I use and pull the data. And in case there are some issues like the data has to be clean, if at all we want to omit out the null values, those all simple clauses like is not null, like those clauses we pull. We prepare the data set, a sample we will prepare. We understand if at all the cases which we are looking forward are fitting
Mhm,
into those things or not.
mhm,
And once it is done, we pull the entire data, and that data is getting visualized, because
mhm,
there are like
mhm.
billions of rows,
Correct,
specifically
correct.
with billions of rows. Now we cannot go and study each and every row. So there comes the picture of data visualizations. We create some visualizations for the product managers to understand the data well, and we put filters as well so that the product manager can come in and filter out based on their requirement. Like, okay, I want to see only for this particular building. Like that, they visualize it, they understand how the things are going around. So this is how my day looks like, and every day is a new challenge. Every day it is a new learning,
Mhm.
and every day it is fun. To be very honest, it is literally fun if at all you are getting the numbers exactly the way you are. It's just the basic simple join, select. uh, these two things are the major things that are required. And
Correct.
as you know, joins are the simplest thing. Select only this much. You just need to pull the report, put it in the data visualization tool, and show the numbers what actually look like.
Correct, correct.
So it's really fun.
I understand.
Yes.
So you have put it in a very simplest of the way, but for these students, you
Yes.
guys have to understand there are lots and lots of data, lots of complexities, right? At the end of it, all these things with the time you will get comfortable, but initially
Hmm.
it becomes very difficult to understand. Okay, if we have null values, what do we mean by that? Whether we should be
Hmm.
removing it or doing the imputation or adding something over there. In fact, you have to understand at the first place, understanding the requirement, right? You have got the requirement from product manager. It takes time to understand even what, how do I approach it, how do I start it,
Hmm.
right? That's how it works, right? And as you rightly mentioned, it's all about lot of experimentation. Every project is going to be different. That's the beauty of it. Every project you will have certain elements which you have to figure out, you have to understand, collaborate with teams, and then understand how I can best present it in a best way. So that's how it works, right? Correct, correct. And it's something which I'm sure that you must be, right now, very, these are very interesting things. And this is just the start of it, as I mentioned during the session as well, right? That when you are learning as an analyst, you interact with data a lot. You understand the level of data. What do we call that? Level of data itself is so important to understand. This table, what is the level of it? Is it transaction? Is it customer? Is it something else, right? It's very, very interesting thing to understand. And with time, when you get yourself comfortable, then next thing is you start implementing models, then you start getting into deployment, etc., etc. It's a long journey ahead, but I'm sure, so yeah, you will have definitely a good fulfilling journey, because I can tell from my own experience, I can visualize what you are saying, right? Because when I started it, same thing, it was the same requirement coming from the managers, and then getting into this, understanding it. So it's really exciting. Great. Let me take one more question. Series has mentioned that I have more than 10 years of experience as data engineer in India and abroad in banking industry. I want to ask, if I want to start my career as data scientist, where do exactly I fit in? It's a very good question. Let me start this. Okay. Sayed, because here Series has worked as data engineer for 10 years. So you have understood these steps before when data scientist or data analyst comes in picture, right? So we generally work with the outcome of data engineers. So we are the customer for data engineers, right? They take the data from NoSQL and structure it, build a pipeline, and then data is available for us to do the further analysis, right? So here, Series, what I feel, right, to the best of my understanding, because I need to further get into, like, because data engineers, they also have a varied roles and different responsibilities. But to the best of my understanding, if I tell you that here the role towards more machine learning engineer will come in picture. So if you have got these steps before it, and then you have got the understanding of data science, then both of these combined, you are machine learning engineer now, right? That's how it works, right? That's what the best of the understanding which I can give you. Now it totally depends upon how, what all things you have done as data engineer, right? What all technologies you have learned, because when I talk about machine learning engineer, so to say, you need to have understanding of ML ops, you need to have the understanding of building the pipeline, applications like Airflow, ML flow, all those things should be in your quiver as a skill, right? So over the time, but again, 10 years of experience, I would believe that is going to be helpful for you as a tech domain, right? It will be considered as a tech that we have done, and it will definitely be helpful for you to show for future roles as machine learning engineer, right? And say, please feel free to pitch in over here if you have any thoughts on this.
Uh, I have some thoughts. Majorly, how supervised learning and unsupervised learning, these things go around hand in hand. Since Shirish is very well with data, pulling the data, there is one more thing. I'm not sure if at all he is capable of wrangling the data and adjusting how the things should look like. And once he is comfortable with that as well, and along with that, if at all he is understanding how the models are built and how the models actually work, that would be very helpful for him in his field.
Correct, correct, correct. Exactly right. So now, as I mentioned, right, after data engineer, if you have the understanding of data science, then it becomes a full stack understanding which you have got, right? From where data is coming, the initial point also now you have understood.
Mm.
So it becomes very easy to optimize and put the pipeline and everything around it, right? Correct, correct. Now, Tejas has asked, said, if I do hard work with course, what minimum package can I get? See, at the end of it, I would say package start. If I so let me talk about the CTC over here, right? And I know you have got very handsome CTC, Sayed, but for all these students, one thing which I want to make it very sure that your CTC is directly proportional to skills, right? And as a fresher, you generally don't look at CTC or the minimum package or maximum package a lot. You focus on skills, and with time you get to a good level. But if I talk about the starting, it somewhere ranges from 4, 4.5, 5, 7, 8, like that. There is a range which you will be getting into. From our end, we when we give the opportunity, it's going to be around 5 LPA, 6 LPA, but it totally depends upon your skill at the end. because more CTC, more requirement and more grilling from the company, right? They would require, if they are giving you some amount, they would require the right skills in a very in-depth manner, right? That is something for sure. So your skill at the end determines what CTC you will be getting, because you will get the opportunity. For us, companies, they do come, they are asking for people, but then from our end, our students, how much they are capable, that is something which we have to match. That's how it goes at the end. So from your Tejas, see, at the end of it, forget about these all things. Your first step should be starting the career, right? That's what your first step should be. And if you are thinking about whatever it is, I see that you have mentioned about full stack developer or data scientist, whatever it is. So in this session, we are focusing on data science and AI engineering. So whichever field you are going to choose at the end, you just have to first focus on these skills. Just imagine that you are putting your best effort, you are putting your best foot forward daily. It's not like it you have to after 1 month फिर से start किया फिर इधर गया, ऐसा नहीं करना है. If you put in effort daily and you see that improvement on a daily basis, you will start seeing that. Initially for 15 days you might not have any understanding क्या चल रहा है किधर चल रहा है, but just in 10-15 days you will start getting that visual. Okay, this is where it is going, this is how I'm going to proceed, right? And if you continue doing that, then for sure you will get a job. For sure you are going to get placed. That should be your first step to get into it. Okay. Right, Sayed? That is how
Right.
I think I put it.
Right.
All
I just
right.
want to add one more thing for Tejas. The way, if at all you are going for higher package, the more grilling you will be having in the interviews. To be very
Correct.
honest, like I'll not quote the exam. I'll just quote one simple example, but it's not the actual thing. What came
Mhm.
first, like hen or egg? Those kind of things, grilling can be happening.
Right.
So
Right.
the if you want more package, you be prepared with some logical answers for what came first, hen or egg.
Correct.
So
Correct.
you have to be prepared in such a way. So the more package if you are seeking, the more grilling they will be doing before the interview. So if you are capable of sustaining that grilling and you are able to articulate and answer whatever is the logical approach, then you will land up with a good CTC.
Correct.
That
Correct.
is
Correct.
one thing I
Exactly,
can add.
right.
Uh,
Exactly, exactly. I can totally second this, right? Because it's all
uh,
about at the end how, so like you mentioned, right? Chicken and egg problem, right? It might look very unrelated, let's say, but let me put here, it's the critical thinking that comes in picture with time, right? Because
exactly.
at the end, when you are, when you are approaching any problem statement with higher package, you will be more in the driving seat, and there you have to have that critical thinking, right? You should have this in your mind ki, okay, if this has to be implemented, nobody is going to guide me. If I am going to implement this, how do I approach it? And that is where your critical thinking comes in picture. So if you're able to think that small things, give a structured answer to it, that's when company, they understand that you are matured enough in this field and in this whole system to take this forward, right? That's how it
Right.
works, right?
Mm.
Very interesting question. We will take one last question because I see that we have covered almost all the questions. One last question I can see from Abhishek. Very nicely put, because this is something I wanted to ask you as well. So I'm doing full stack data science and AI in AB right now. Great, Abhishek. I believe it must be going smooth for you. Here, with the help of, so he has mentioned small technical understanding, and with the help of AI tools like ChatGPT, he can do, or all of us can do the project. Then how can I stand out from other people? So that's something I'll want Sayed you to start with. What are your thoughts? Because now a lot of people, they have this question that with the AI, what will happen now? Everything can be done using ChatGPT. So why should I learn, or whether there will be a future for me? So how do you look at this?
Uh, so let me answer you like just I'll go through the question again. Understanding with the help of AI tools like ChatGPT can do a project. How can I stand out from the other people? Okay, so see, ChatGPT is actually uh, answering your question based on the previous knowledge, whatever it has. Now, if we bring a new problem on the table, like I we in our company we have enterprise ChatGPT. I have full access of ChatGPT, but I always say to my reporting manager as ChatGPT is the dumbest thing, because if we take up any problem statement to ChatGPT, it will never answer it in one shot. At least you have to go for 3 4 iterations.
Mhm,
And
mhm,
there was one problem that I was facing. So it was uh, unable to fix. I did like approximately 25 iteration on the ChatGPT with the same data set. I provided the data set and I asked ChatGPT to structure it like this. It was after 25 iterations approximately, it was unable to do. Then what happened is I went on Stack Overflow. I put codes like what I want to do in Stack Overflow, and then from there I got a snippet. That
mhm,
snippet I took and pasted in ChatGPT, and then ChatGPT was able to configure the things. So it happens. ChatGPT is good, but it's not up to the mark. And to stand out when doing any project or anything, you have to stop using ChatGPT, because in one liner sometimes it happens to give us the answer, but you will not get the gist of why we are using this particular function to do this. So what I suggest is to stop using ChatGPT and investigate more into Stack Overflow or any other uh, domains, and there you will get the gist of why things are going around. Because ChatGPT, what it does is it gives you the snippet that fixes the code, but in Stack Overflow, what happens is the actual problem statement comes, then a person replies to it
mhm.
mentioning, see, this is the issue. So you have to be using this function like this. So stop using ChatGPT and start looking for the solutions in Stack Overflow. So this will also help you in your interviews. Like, you can build a story around it, mentioning like, see, yeah, I was having this kind of problem. The data was not in a structured way, so I used a split function to convert it as a CSV, like that, and start using it. So better option is Stack Overflow. Then comes ChatGPT. That is what I can say.
Correct, correct, correct.
Mhm.
So here, see, very interesting point which you have mentioned, right? So always before ChatGPT, we had Stack Overflow, right? We had Google as well, and right now we have ChatGPT to do something where you, if you give the code or if you ask the question, it will give you answer. But now I'll tell you, when you start learning, when you work on projects or when you work on code problems which are very common, there ChatGPT will give you the answer for sure. But things are very different when you join the company and work on those projects, right? There, the first thing, see, as I mentioned, I was talking to you, Sayed, right? To understand the requirement, that's the major problem, right? First you have to understand the requirement. You have to break down into smaller chunks. You have to plan your development, what you are, how you are going to develop it, what code you are going to write. So all those things, from where data will come, that's the major problem which you are going to solve, right? The structured, bringing your data in a structured manner, that is also another problem which you have to work on. Now ChatGPT will give you the code, ChatGPT will give you the end कि थोड़ा बहुत इसको code लिख देंगे, but to plan what to do, that ChatGPT will not never give you, right? And that is what we do. That's why it's not easy to replace us. It's not easy to replace the tech person, where the initial part itself requires lots of thinking. And as problem statement become more complex, you'd have to do the research and all those things. So ChatGPT, so I'll quote the very famous person, like they are the gurus, as I mentioned, right, in AI field, how they look at the automation of all jobs, or will AI will remove all the jobs, eradicate all the jobs from the market. So what they have mentioned is AI will kind of supercharge or turbocharge your research game. You will will work more towards the research part of it, and then the implementation, slowly ChatGPT will start taking this. But the research part, where you plan it out, where you understand the requirement, you understand the company's problem. The point here is, say that you are working in Target, right? Somebody similar company you mentioned as Walmart or Amazon, their problem statement is different. It's not like everywhere problem statement is same. Every company, they have their own way of approaching problem statements. So every problem, every company, it's different. You have to understand their workflow, you have to understand their way of approaching things, and that's how things goes, right? That's how things will kind of get in line. So when it is in line, you can use anything, right? And as you mentioned, I also kind of second this, that right now chat gpt is something, it is yet to optimize, right? People driven communities like Stack Overflow, it is on top, right? Still, for a lot of problems, you will see that ChatGPT will give you very generalized answer. This is how you will solve, but the exact one you will find when you Google, go to Stack Overflow and get the answer at the end. So to summarize here, you don't have to worry about if everything can be done using ChatGPT. So will I be required in the field? That's something which you should not be worried about. At the end, you have to understand the what you need to do is always being driven by human. We will drive what we need to do, right? And that depends upon company and their requirement and their problem statement. That's how it will go on, right? So the next part, it will get automated. Development part, dhire dhire, it will get more and more easy with all these tools. But the first part, thinking, is something which we will always do. All
Uh,
right. Yeah,
one
yeah.
more one more point I will add, just to give a live thing to understand how ChatGPT is not so, uh, like it cannot replace us that crazy.
Mhm,
So what happens is, if at all I have some billions of rows,
mhm, mhm,
okay, to pull that data, I need my query, like where no one is using that particular server. I will be querying the data. It will take five and a half minutes to pull at least like 1 million rows.
mhm.
5 minutes to pull the rows. And now, if we want to conduct some analysis on top of it, 5 million rows is already a huge data set
Correct,
that
correct,
chat gpt cannot process,
correct.
because it's too much. So
Right,
it will not be able to process. And now chat gpt should be waiting for 5 minutes to bring the data. So again, chat gpt is going slightly down.
correct,
Yes,
correct.
there are chances it can grow, but not so soon. It will be taking some more time, because the word capacity of the chat gpt model is not as expected to what companies are doing.
Correct.
It will not be able to process millions of rows. So it's slightly, uh, for me, it's unimaginable. Like ChatGPT is replacing us. For me, I'm telling you. Maybe ChatGPT may prove me wrong, but currently it's not in a position to replace us as of now. That is what my thought is. That
Correct,
is
correct. So I
personally my
that's what
thought.
we actually hear. Those who are, let's say, preparing to get into this field, they are not worried. But those who are working, they know the complexities. They know it's not that easy to
Exactly.
replace.
Mhm.
Right. So I'll take one more question, Sayed, right? It has been
Sure.
asked by Sanjay. So Sanjay has mentioned, so currently I'm in Alma. It's great. I want to get into healthcare analytics because of previous experience in healthcare domain. I did the project also end to end in healthcare. Sir, are there any specific requirements of healthcare companies? And you see, if you are, so I'll answer this, right? And then you can put your thoughts because you have seen the journey in interview as well, right? And I believe, Sayed, you might not have the understanding of e-commerce, but right now you are in e-commerce or commerce background, right? Same goes
Right.
with healthcare. So here in healthcare analytics, when you are getting into the companies like Novartis, we have one of the partner, Novartis, who works in healthcare, right? Now their requirement is not about uh, that you should be doing something different. The core skills, the fundamental skills are going to be same. If you have some projects related to healthcare, that's good. If you have the experience in healthcare with understanding, that's a plus point. But in interview, it will never be like okay, answer me some medicine related questions or those type of questions. It will be asked if it is written in your resume. Otherwise, they're also looking at the fundamental concept itself, if that is clear. Because after that, you will work in company, you will have people around you who will guide you for the specific project, give you the related understanding. The first thing they want is are those fundamental things clear, so that they don't have to again help. You are not, you should not go to them for the SQL query. You should go to them what this column mean, right? Rather, you should go for that, what is the meaning of this column, how does this affect in this problem statement. That's something which you should be asking your manager, and definitely they are going to help you out. But the fundamental skills, what will be asked in the interview, that's going to be almost same, right? Do you second this, Sayed? How is it right now?
Yes, it's 100% right. What happened is I was into web development and all. I jumped into retail business. Now thinking about retail, I started to before joining after clearing the interview before joining the company. I started to investigate more upon retail, like what are margins,
Mhm.
what are the vendor case pack, seller case pack, like this, all things I started to learn. But when I joined, I was into logistics, because retail, what happens is they make sales, and once the sale is done, it is our responsibility to deliver the product to their homes or in the our stores, like that. So this was something new that I started after I joined, and the managers were good, the team members were good, so they helped us out, helped me out to understand what all things goes around, how a journey of a product right from the import till the doorstep delivery, how the journey of any product looks like. So these things you will be learning, uh, and I guess that helps you to like Sanjay to
That's good.
understand. uh,
Right, so it's never like, as you mentioned, right? So in interview also, you might not be asked maybe one or two questions if you have added, but it will not be focused on the retail business as such. It will be focused on the fundamental understanding. And that's what I would suggest Sanjay also also to do it, right? Focus on the fundamentals, focus on the skills which you should be working on. Once that is cleared, whether it is healthcare or retail or any industry, right, you will get there, you will have people around you to give the expert understanding. Great. All right. So this is where from our end we are going to end it. And next we have here Pratiksha from our admissions team. She will be taking it up. So those of you guys, there is a scholarship test going on. So all of you guys can have interaction with Pratiksha if you are interested to take it up further. We both will come out of stage. So I want to thank you again, Sayed. That's you have taken out time today, and that's really really nice of you, because I'm sure all these students who joined this session, they have heard you and they will get the confidence at the end. Here, you can do it if you have that consistency in mind. If you are very much sure that this is what I want to do, because that you have to make up in your mind. Ki it will never be like a Maggie, as you mentioned. It will never happen in 2 days. It will never happen in 1 month. It will take its own time, and you will get there for sure. Right. So that is all from my end. And thank you so much again, Sayed.
Thank you.
Now we will go out of stage. Thank you so much, guys. Just be here. We have Pratiksha who will be joining and taking you through the scholarship and all the offerings which we have. If you guys are interested, please listen to her, connect with her, and take things forward. Make your first step and make this whole 2025 is your year. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Sayed.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Hi everyone. So I hope this session is really helpful for you. So my name is Pratiksha and I am from the admissions team. So we have just had a word with Alok and Sayed, and I hope this session is really helpful for you to understand the basics. And I just wanted to tell you one more thing. Like we have so many interesting things ahead. So please stay till the end. And I'm going to discuss about several more things about the courses, and will show you the dashboard as well. So let's just quickly, I'm going to share my screen. Meanwhile, if you have any questions for me, you can just write it down in the chat box. And at the end, we are going to discuss about several different things. Yeah. So let's just quickly start. So, if you have any questions regarding the you can see the courses, regarding what AlmaBetter is providing, how we are helping people to get transition into IT, and especially for the people who are coming from non-IT background, right? So we are going to discuss about several things. So here, let me just give you little brief about AlmaBetter. So basically, AlmaBetter is going to help you in taking a transition into IT. So basically, how it works here, here we are having, you can say, 60 to 65% of the people who are coming from non-IT background, right? The people who are coming from BCom, MBA, they are the people who are like they are in the classes and they get a successful job at the end. So I hope I have read all the like all your questions in the chat box. So most of the people are here from non-IT as well, right? So here we are going to discuss about, I'm going to show you the success stories and I'm going to discuss about each and everything in detail, right? So I'm just giving you a little heads up about the courses that we are providing, and then we are just going to do a dashboard walkthrough as well. Yeah. So basically here you will be going to study in groups, you will be doing a projects where we are having a capstone projects in the course, and then you will be getting ready for the jobs. So here you will be having a group discussions, there will be a one-on-one doubt solving sessions in the classes, and you will be having like a discussion where you can work on the projects, which is a useful part of your journey. And then we are going to get like help you for resume building, for you can say like for your communication skills, everything will be done by our team, and at the end you will be getting placed in a MNC. Yeah. So basically, why you choose Alma better? So basically, everything, as I mentioned, we are covering everything from scratch. The part is, if you are coming from the non-IT background, right? You have just heard the name about Python, SQL, Power BI, but you guys don't know what exactly it is, right? So basically, everything that we are going to cover, it is from basics. It is from the scratch. Like, we assume you don't know anything, and we are going to cover everything from basic to the professional. So the people here who join here, who have a question, if he doesn't have any background of IT, will I able to do this course? Definitely yes, you will able to do this course, right? Then we are having a live session. So basically every class is live, and you will get a recorded lectures as well, where you will be getting a lifetime access. So basically our classes will be held twice a week, and it will be on majorly on Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and some Saturdays as well, where we are having a group discussion. You will interacting with your batchmates as well, right? Apart from it, our regular classes will be held on MWF basically, and it is purely live sessions. The session that you are having right now, it is on the same platform Meet, where you will ask your questions in the in between as well, and accordingly it will go ahead. Yeah. Then we are having this 20 plus capstone projects, where you will be getting 1,000 plus coding assessments as well. So how it works is, when you are attending any session, so after session, there will be an assignment that you need to do. Every 15 days, you will be getting a quiz assessment, and there will be a monthly test as well, where you can having your you can say check on the skills where you need to improve more. And the best part is, for example, I am studying, I have my regular sessions on Monday, Wednesday and Friday, but I am having my doubt on Tuesday while I'm getting study. So I don't need to wait any live session next. I have an option on my dashboard where can I have a daily doubt solving session as well, where I can discuss with the trainer one on one. This is the best part, guys. They are having, like, the time limit is there, like they are available from Monday to Saturday, where you will be having a, like, from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. the timings. Monday to Saturday, they are there to help you one-on-one doubt solving sessions. And guess what, that this is unlimited sessions you can take for the doubt solving. Then we are having this one-on-one mentorship session as well, where if you have query related to data science professional, according academic counseling or interview preparations as well, you can go ahead and discuss everything. Yeah. Then we are having 50 plus mock interviews with a career coach. So basically, we are providing you a you can say mock interviews, resume building, LinkedIn profile updation. What are the questions that are generally asked in the interviews? So you will be getting previously you will be getting all the things before appearing for your final interviews. Yeah. Then we are providing 100% job guarantee, where we are having 700 plus hiring partners. Now it is more, it is 1000 plus, but yeah, we are providing 100% guarantee. So you heard it right. If you are enrolling in our course, you don't need to have you don't need to have a second point, will I get the job? Definitely you will get the job, because here our courses are like that only. We are preparing you for the training part, and then you will be landed with the job at the end. So meanwhile, do you have any questions till now, guys? Anything that you want to discuss? Tejas, please stay till the end. I'm going to answer all your queries, right? So I am going to answer, like you are asking about the salary. So we will going to discuss about this as well. So please, I'm requesting you to stay till the end, and I'm going to answer your query for this salary part as well. Then this is our like as I mentioned, we provide live lectures, we are having projects and assignments, we are having a group discussions as well. Then we are having one-on-one mentorship. Then there will be a special guest lectures with IIT Guwahati professional. So basically, our certification course is with IIT Guwahati, where their regular trainers are going to give you a guest lecture. So you heard it right, guys. Here you will be getting a IIT professionals in the training part, where you will learn from their experience. And then we are having the community participation, where there will be a so many alumni over there where you can discuss. So you just had a word with Sayed, right? He has shared his experience. So there are a lot of people over there in community where you can discuss, where you can, if you have any questions, you can ask there as well. So there will be a 3000 plus members are there in the community. Then we are having the mandatory AlmaX. So basically, this is an exam that we are having that we call ABCAT exam. So if you are enrolling for certification, so there will be a particular examination that you need to clear to sit into the placement, that we call ABCAT exam. So what exactly the ABCAT is, which is purely based on your learning, guys. Basically, whatever you are learning in the 6 months journey, the entire 6 months foundation track, you will be going to have that in your exam. And if you are a student of a master's degree of our course, so you don't need to give any of the examinations. So this is a perk, you can say, if you're enrolling for a master's degree, so you don't need to appear for any examination. Secondly, there will be are having everything remains the same in the masters as well, where you will be learning, you can say, more things. Then these are the companies. So our major hiring partner is Amazon. So we have Novartis, we have Tech Mahindra, Accenture, JP Morgan, KPMG. So these are the companies that we are having. Yeah. So you can have a look on these companies, where we are having 700 plus more partners, but now it is 1000 plus members are there. And even if you talk about the previous placements, so basically we placed, I'm giving you a 1 year data, where we have successfully placed 781 students in the companies, right? So there will be everyone is having a buff package. So our base package that we offer is guaranteed above 5 LPA, where our average package is 8 LPA. So I'm going to coming on the next part. So, here you can say our 37% of the people got the package between 8 to 9 LP. So, can you imagine if you are studying, if you are enrolling, or if you are switching into IT? So, can you see the growth? And one more thing I need to share here from my experience till now. See, here, if you are coming from any other background, for example, you are coming from non-technical, so at some point of time your growth will get stuck, right? If you're coming from BCom or an MBA, so uh, your growth will get stuck at some point of time. For example, you got a package of 4, so maybe that coming on the 10 LP take around, you can say, 7 to 8 years approximately. But yes, if you are coming into IT, so IT people get, you can say, a double their package within 2 to 3 years of their experience. So this is a perk of getting a IT benefit. Secondly, you are saving your jobs as well, right? So if you are planning to switch into IT field where you are securing your job, so as we all of knows, right, this is a very major part. I hope you are having in your mind as well. So layoffs are happening, everything is happening in the companies, right? And this has been happening like since so many years, it's not new, right? But if you are in like if you are switching your career into IT, so at some point of time you are saving yourself, you are securing your job, right, apart from other fields. Then you can meet our instructors and the mentors. So these are the our instructors who are going to teach you. So here you will be getting a three type of the trainers. One who are the industry expert. Second are co-founders, that Alok is also a part of our learning team. He also takes the session. So definitely you will be getting so much help from these mentors. Apart, we are having the guest lectures with IIT professionals as well. Yeah, so you can meet our instructors and mentors. Then we are having the success stories. So as I mentioned, we have successfully placed the last year start as 781, but yes, we have placed more than 3000 people till now in the companies, right? Now we will going to go ahead and discuss about the student dashboard. So till now, any questions, guys? Anything related to the curriculum related to, so okay, let's. So, Abhishek, you have asked, is there any mechanical related company? See, Abhishek, there are a lot of companies that we are having, not specifically, I can say, but yes, we do have the companies where you can apply. And according to your interest, according to your matching skills, our placement team will going to help you for this. Any other questions, guys, till now? So Tejas, you have asked the question about the salary package. See, the minimum that you can expect is 5 LPA, right? Apart, depending upon your experience and depending upon your, you can say, your capability, you will get the package, right? So the package that I have showed you, 8 or 9 LPA, depend. This is an average package, right? But again, that is depends upon you. If you have a good skill set, if you are doing really great, so definitely you will be getting, you can say, a good package. Any other questions, guys? Anything that you want to ask before I'm going to show you all the things on the dashboard? So do you have any questions for me, guys? Anything related to the curriculum, related to the things that I have discussed with you? Apart, let's go ahead and discuss about the several more things. So do you have any questions, guys? So, okay, so Shirish have asked one more question about the 10 years experience. See, Shirish, here like as Alok have already answered this question. So again, I'm going to rehydrate his things. Depending upon your experience you are having, right? So the last round package you are having, right? So we can definitely, you will be fitting in different kind of a jobs because you are already, you know the basic, right? You know how the market works. So basically, how AlmaBetter is going to help you? AlmaBetter is going to help you in a different ways where we see where your expertise is in, right? So we can say you are having a 10 years of experience, you know how the things work, right? So according to, if you are planning to switch into IT, definitely we are going to help you in that, and our placement team will be dedicated working where your skills fit in, and we are going to give you that interviews only. And definitely if I talk about the particular about the package, so that depends upon your last round what you are having and about the skill, right? So again, are you in India, Shirish, or are you in abroad till now? Okay, you are in India, definitely. So definitely we are going to help you for this. And because Alma Better, especially like the guarantee that we give, it is only in India, not in abroad. That's why I asked you the specific questions. So I'm going to show you different kind of a jobs on the portal. So we have our internal job portal as well, where you will be having, you can see there are number of opportunities while doing the course. So you will be getting a number of opportunities when you are in the course as well. So Shirish, please stay till the end. I'm going to show everything. You will understand more things. Apart, if you have still any question remaining, you can have here and you can ask and you can write it down in the chat box. I'm happy to answer all your queries, right? So let's just quickly, I'm going to show you my dashboard, guys. So just give me a thumbs up once you see my screen. So this is the dashboard. It is a student dashboard. This is particular about the certification, guys. I'm going to show it to you right now. But yeah, we are going to discuss about the three programs that we offer. So basically, this is a home page of our dashboard. This is particularly for the certification. So Alma Better provides three courses. One is the certification in data science. Other one is the master's degree in data science. Third one is certification in web development and the master's degree in web development, right? So what is the basic difference in both the courses, right? So we suggest the course for the certification if the people is undergraduate, if you are pursuing your graduation, or you have not more than 2 years of your gap, the academic gap, right? So you can choose a certification program. But if you are a working professional, guys, if you are a working professional, you are having more than 2 or 4 years of experience, then we suggest to go with a master's degree program, because you will be getting more chances to get selected in the company. How it is? Basically, if you have a degree in IT, firstly, if you're coming from non-IT background, right? If you're coming from non-IT background, understand one thing. There are a lot of people will be there in the interview with you, right? Even your classmates as well. Secondly, if I am the owner of the company, if I know the person is coming from non-IT background and the other person is coming from the IT background, right? So as an entrepreneur, I will think the IT person have a better knowledge if I compared with the non-tech people, right? So definitely, if you have a degree, that gives you a benefit in terms of you will be appearing yourself as a IT background only. Firstly. Secondly, if you choose a certification course is for the people who want to just start their journey from the, you can say, from the basic one that we call the data analytics, right? Where you will be assuming your package as a base package of 5 or 6 LPA, or max 7 or 7.5, right? But if you are planning to start your journey with a master's degree, so how your journey will look like? Your journey will be divided into two parts. One is foundation track, other one is the specialization track, right? And even if you are having your journey as a master's degree, definitely in India till now, only 35% of the people are there. Even I'm giving you not the exact stats, but yeah, it is lesser than that. It's not more than 35% of the people who are holding this masters in data science, AI, and ML, right? So as we all know, upcoming years is for AI only, right? So imagine if you are taking a career transition, you will not spend your time, your money again, right? So this if you are a working professional, so you need to take your decision wisely, right? So why we suggest a master's degree? We suggest a master's degree to the person who are having a gap years, who are having a experience more than 2 or 4 years. We suggest to take the master's degree because you will be getting a more chances to get selected into the companies, because you are not a part of the IT. Secondly, you if you have a degree, you know the basics, you know the advanced level as well, right? If a person is coming from a IT background, he know the basic, he know the advanced as well, right? But if you're coming from the not IT background, then we suggest you to go like to have all the skill set with you. For example, if you are doing a foundation track, so you will be learning Python, SQL, Power BI, Tableau, machine learning, and generative AI, right? But in the master's degree, you will be having your full-fledged machine learning and AI. So can you see where if you are doing a certification, only 5 to 6 more tools are there you are learning. But if you are doing a master's degree, you are doubling that, right? You are learning 12 or 13 tools in total. So can you see the number of chances, the number of tools that you are getting? You are getting a more chances to get selected in the companies, right? Even the base package, or you can say the average package in India, that the normally the companies offer is between 12 to 15 LPA. So you heard it right, this is an advantage of master's degree. Definitely, see, if I am a working professional, I am not going to spend again and again money, right, on my courses. And there is certain age that you need to study till that age, and then you want a settled job, right? This is for everyone, right? So why we tell for the working professional, if you are going with a degree program, so degree program will help you in terms of for the longer term. If you have a longer vision, then you can choose a degree program, or if you just want to just start your skill set, then you can go with a certification. So this is the basic difference that we are having. Now let's come on the point. So for the certification things, we are having we are collaborated with IIT Guwahati. So you will be getting a certification from IIT Guwahati and Microsoft. If you are choosing a degree program, so you will be getting a degree from Wolf University. It's basically a UK based university. Or you will be getting an advantage where you will be having a more preference in the interview, right? So if the company is offering a, you can say, higher package, then they prefer people who are having a master's degree at least. And there are so many companies. If you haven't done any master's till now, trust me, they don't see their your resume as well, right? So that's the reason we suggest to do the masters. If you haven't done any masters till now, then you have an option to do masters in data science. Apart, you can do masters in any of the field as well, MBA, MCOM, anything if you have already done. So that is the one advantage that you guys are having. Ultimately, you need to do the course, right? You're switching into the IT, so you know everything in the best possible manner. Then I was talking about the certification. So we are giving a certification with IIT Guwahati and the Microsoft. And if you're choosing a master's degree, that is coming from Wolf University. It's basically a UK based university where you will be getting a credit points as well. So if you are planning yourself to move abroad, so you will be getting a perks in having that degree as well, because that degree is worldwide valid first. Secondly, you will be getting that points helpful for you for the visa purpose. Yeah. Now let's talk about the program. So I have already explained the above slide. Then we are going to discuss about the coding assessment. So after every session, you will be having this coding assessments. Like after every session, there will be a coding assessment that you need to give. So in total, there will be 132 assessments in the whole journey. Then we are having a quiz assessment that will be held in every 15 to 20 days, and that you need to complete. You will get a scores out of it. Then you will be working on capstone project. So in total, there will be 24 capstone projects, where 4 projects will be the compulsory that you need to give. Then this is the supplementary courses. If someone wants to have a very detailed knowledge, if you want to grab that thing, so you have an option. You can go through this recordings and you can learn more course. Yeah. Then these are our co-founders and our instructors. So Alok Anand, you have just met him, you had a word with him, right? So we have Vikas Srivastava, we have Rachit Jain as well. So these are mentors who are going to take your classes. Then let's talk about this tabs as well. Then we are having this learning tab. For example, if someone is from a non-technical background, or you are not working currently, so everyone get a one question in their mind: will I get the job like within 3 to 4 months? how it is possible, right? So if you are a part of our journey, so if you want to end your course little early, you have a chance. If you want to do that, then you can come up with the recordings. So here is the full course recording is available in this learn tab, where you will be having all the recordings of your every topic, right? And once you done that, once this progress show you 100%, then only we allow you to sit into the placement. This is a necessity part that you need to do. Then we are having this classroom. This is a classroom where you will be having your live session, where you can see when you are having your live session schedule. So this table is like uploaded for the entire 7 days. So it will be a week session that you can see, and every week it get updated. Then for example, this is a live session schedule. Basically, for example, I have attended that live session, but I need to like rewatch that. So this is the completed option where you will find all the recordings. Yeah, but this is a live session recording. So here, can you see, guys, we have two type of the recording. One is the recording that you are having in your learning tab, the other recordings you are having in your classroom tab, right? So this is the live lectures recording. This is a recordings that we are having for the previous batch that has already done. Yeah. Then we are having this practice session with us, where you will be having coding problems. Like as I mentioned, we are having 132 assignments. Yeah. So can you see, so there will be a level mentioned, the difficulty level. So once you solved, here it shows you solved, because I haven't solved any one, so that's why it is showing you unsolved. But yeah, once you are doing this, so you will see all the like solve, and even you will get some credit points which will be added here. Then we are having this quiz assessment. So can you see, there will be a mock test as well. Any questions, guys? Then we are having this coding assessments. So these coding assessments we are having after, you can say, every 15 or 20 days. These are the projects that we are having. This is a 26 capstone projects for all the modules. So can you see this 26 projects? So these are the projects that you need to do. 4 projects will be the compulsory. So again, if you are doing a more projects, that will be helpful for you. And definitely, practice makes a man perfect. So definitely, if you are doing more projects, so that will be helpful for you in every aspect. Sorry. Then we are having this career track. So basically, once your foundation track will be 100%, then only you will be able to allow to sit into the placement. So this is our necessity part that you need to do. Yeah. Then we are having this mentorship. So basically, this is a one-on-one session that you need to do. So basically, for example, I want to talk any data science professional, the people who are already an industry expert, the people who are already a working can say working professional. So here I have an option to book a session where you can take an interview guidance, job counseling, resume building, academic counseling, project guidance. So from here you can book a session for yourself, and you can like there will be a timing slots where you can have a one-on-one mentorship session. Then this is the most interesting part, guys, that we are having. This is called a job portal. So Shirish and I guess Tejas, right? You guys have asked me the similar question. So this is the answer of your query. So we have number of jobs, right? So we have a number of jobs with us where you can find for the data science. So let's select the data science over here. So here you can mention a location. Then we have a hybrid, on-site, remote. So this particular option is available for every Alma Beta student. If you are a part of our journey, so definitely you will get this perks. So can you see there are number of jobs are available? Yeah. So total will be 2482, particularly for the data science. If I do this any, so there will be approximately 4,000 something number. It's 4665. If you are looking for, you can say a internship. So there is an option we are having this for internship. Yeah. So here you will find the internships as well, guys. Yeah. So here you have an option where you can enter your work experience. So according to your work experiences as well, you will find a job. So this is the another way to get the job from here. What you need to do, you need to apply only, like you need to click on this apply option, and then you will get this all the details, right? So there will be an interview preparation done by our placement team, where they are going to connect you with the company's HR, and then you can say profile gets shortlisted, and according to that they work on it. Yeah. So this is our job portal, guys. This is a very interesting part that Alma Better is having. Then let's discuss about this help option. So here, as I mentioned, we are having unlimited doubt solving session. So for example, if you have any doubts, anything, right? So you can join this live support. So today is a Sunday, right? So that's why they're not available. But yeah, this live support is available from Monday to Saturday. You can see 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. So if you have any doubt, you can discuss with the trainers. So there will be a subject matter expert sitting over there where you can discuss one on one for every query, right? So if you have any doubt, you can take unlimited. If you want to take on a daily basis as well, you can do that. Yeah. So they are available from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. There are multiple trainers. It's not if one person is sitting, right? So other person need to wait. It's not like that. There will be a more trainers. I guess 3 to 4 trainers are there for data science as well, and separately for web development as well, right? So I guess 4 trainers for each of the courses are there, and then you are having your queries solved by them. Yeah. So definitely this is all about our student dashboard, guys. So do you have any questions till now? Any questions related to the course? Yes, no, anything, guys? Any questions for me till now regarding the job, regarding the course, whatever I have explained you till now? If you have any query, you can just ask me. So, is there any abroad hiring happen in Alma Beta? We don't offer directly hiring for this abroad hiring. Why it is? Because majorly the companies that we are having, they purely hire for India only, not abroad, right? So we cannot promise you that the companies are going to, like, you will be getting a abroad job. So if you're planning, if the company is having, you can say, a remote option, so definitely you can try, but we cannot promise you on the 100% guarantee that you will be getting a abroad jobs. Abhishek. Yeah. Any other question, guys? Any other question apart from this, related to the course, related to the curriculum? Do you have any questions for me that I can answer? If not, let's move ahead. Okay, so one person has asked. Any other question, guys? Okay, which company is best for full stack developer? See, there are a lot of companies, right, Sudhanshu? It's not that I can just give you the one company name, right? So there are depending upon the hiring, right? So the major part, the hiring plays a role where every company cannot hire every time, right? But our major hiring partner is Amazon, where you can say a lot of people get placed into the Amazon, right? So even if I share the placement report as well, so you will be finding like more than 60% of the people are there who will get placed in the Amazon. But definitely there are the so many companies we have, like we have Novartis, we have Accenture, we have so many companies, right? We have a startups as well. So when you are entering in your, you can say, the placement, then you need to see that which are whatever the companies that we are offering. So according to that, you need to give the interview. So we have mostly the product based company, because the service based company that we are tied up with, it is little less. But yes, you will be definitely getting a more company which is product based. And every company, like data science now become you can say essential part of every company. Earlier it was a luxury, like not every company was using this technology, but nowadays every second company, because data science people, data science team plays an important role in the company, like where they are having that 75% of their revenue generation is from there. I give you one example as well. If you have heard about this Meta and one more company, Google, right? They are running purely their business from this data science, like their revenue is depending upon them. I hope you all are using Facebook, Instagram, right? So have you ever realized that how AI and ML is booming, right? So whatever, whenever you open your Instagram account, right, so they capture whatever you like to watch, right? So if you have searched more about if I talk about myself, so I love to watch about the fashion videos and the new, you can say, handbags, and I love to watch these kind of the videos. So again and again, whenever I open my Instagram account, so I used to get that advertisements, right, related to the branded products, related to the makeup artist, right? So according to, like, every Instagram account have a different feed. So this is you can say a part of AI, where AI captures my liking, and I'm going to get to see that reel again and again, which is according to my preference. So that we call personalized recommendations, right? Even that is really popular on the Facebook as well. So these are the things, people are growing their business. And whenever, if a person is watching again and again the same thing, so definitely at the end you will be hitting a mindset, yeah, definitely let's try this brand as well, like that is a part of a marketing. So can you see AI is now related to the marketing as well. So let me give you one real life example, guys. uh, is full stack developer has an importance in AI era? See, AI is something different. AI is everywhere. We cannot compare here, right? Sudhanshu, we cannot compare anything. Uh, Obviously, AI is something where you will be getting, you can say, a part of it. AI is rapidly growing, right? So AI is something where you can say every business is using. And now, if I talk about the several companies, let me just give you one example. Like, this is a very real based example. Uh, uh, if we talk about 10 to 12 years before, so 10 to 12 years before, if I want to have a shopping for, if I want to buy a grocery, mostly people used to buy offline only, like they go to the grocery store, and then they used to take the things and then they come back. When the technology rapidly growing, right, nowadays if you see our generation, mainly the people who are working professional, they are switching into this. They are using different apps, Zepto, Blinkit, Swiggy Mart, right? Instamart is there, where you will be having, you ordering something, you are getting, you are saving your time, because you don't need to go to several places and buy the such things, right? You're getting a extra discounts because you're a regular customer, you are buying every single thing from there. So you are getting a personal discount for yourself. Thirdly, you are saving a human efforts. So basically, when we are switching into IT, we are switching into AI, we are saving our money, our time, and the time is the biggest money nowadays, right? And definitely the human efforts as well. I hope I have answer all your queries, guys. Let's go ahead and discuss about the several things that we have left. So let's just quickly go back the point. So yes, anything that you want to discuss before I'm going to go ahead. So I have a one surprise for you, all of you guys. So do you have any questions for me till now? Let's discuss about one more thing. So guys, we are having the Hero scholarship running right now. So basically that scholarship will help you if you are a student of Alma Better, or if you are planning to join Alma Better. That scholarship test is there, where you can earn up to 2 lakh rupees discount in the course. You heard me right, this is specifically for the master's degree program. So basically, if you are looking, or if you are a part of Alma Better only, or you want to upskill yourself into the master's degree, so definitely you can try this test. So this test is purely basic, based on your, you can say, a basic things, like a little knowledge about the technical field. Secondly, this test is based on the reasoning and all. So if you have a basic understanding of IT, definitely you can try this test. Or if you're a part of Alma Better already, so you can go with the this test where you can see where you will you can check your skill set, where you will be getting a several question, and then according to your marks you will be getting a scholarship, right? So maximum scholarship that you can claim, it's up to 2 lakh rupees. So can you imagine like how much the money that you are saving on the courses? So this is that will be ending by today. So you are having a time. Still it's 4:15 right now. So this test is live till 9 p.m. today. So after 9 p.m. we are not going to accept any of the test. But yeah, if you are planning to do, you can just go and register on the website, and definitely you will be getting more things. Yeah, you can just at least once try your luck, maybe that you will be getting a huge discount if you are planning for a master's degree, right? Then I have a one surprise for you. Do you want to see that, or let's end the session, guys? Yes, no, anything in the chat box? I'm not getting any specific answer from you at your end, guys. So do you want me to share that, or you want me to like end the session? Or if you have any questions for me, you can ask. Okay, I got one reply. So this scholarship test is only for master's degree. Correct, it is only for the master's degree. If you are a part of Alma Better, yes, you can definitely give that test. If you're not a part of Alma Better, then also you can avail the scholarship. Yeah. So basically, we are offering, you can say, a discount on our course. So if you are planning to enroll on our courses, so this is a discount 𝐷20. So you heard me right, it is 𝐷20. If you are planning, this code is available. Yeah, if you are planning to register with us, you can directly go on the website. This code is available on all the certification course and the master's degree program, where if you are having if you want to avail discount, so definitely you can save up to 20%. Yeah, that's all about the today's session, guys. Thank you so much everyone for joining this session. I am going to give my number in the chat box, guys. If you have any particular questions, if you want to book one-on-one session with me, so here my number is there, the I have mentioned in the chat box. So you can get you can connect with me one on one. We can discuss about, because every profile is different, right? Every experience is different. We cannot discuss everything here, because every person have a different mindset, every person have a different journey, right? So how this course will be helpful for you, how Alma Better will help you, so you can discuss, you can connect with me one on one. This number is available on calls, on the WhatsApp as well. So you can just connect with me if you have any queries related to the course, related to the curriculum, and definitely I am going to suggest you that course which is helpful for you. Yeah. So Manish, can I? Yeah, you can apply for the scholarship. What you need to do, Manish, you can go to the Alma Beta website. You can register for the scholarship test, and definitely you will be getting the link on your uh, you can say email, the registered email that you will going to enter. Any other thing, guys? Anything that you want to discuss apart? Let's end up the session. I hope this session has really helpful for you, and you have just met all our the mentor, right? The Alok and our alumni as well, who was a part of our journey, and definitely you get a successful job, and you have clear your queries for related to the course, related to the curriculum. Still, if you have any doubt, anything, you can ask here. Apart, let's wrap up the session, guys. So again, thank you so much everyone for joining the session. I hope this session is really helpful for you. And if you have any queries related to the course, you can just get back to me. Apart, if you are already in touch with your counselors, so you can get back to them as well. Yeah. Our learning team is going to connect you if you show your interest. And I have already shared you the code that is mang20. If you want to directly enroll our courses, you can avail 20% straight away discount as well. Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. Again, thank you. And it's really nice talking to you all. I hope you all had a great time here, and all the best for your future, guys. Thank you.